ప్రైవేట్ కాలేజీలు అన్నింటిలో అంతే నాయాల్లో ఎవడన్నా మళ్ళీ నేర్చుకుంటారేమో. ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంత లేదా 7 ఉంటుంది. మన మిషన్ తిరుగుతున్నాయి కదా ట్రైన్స్ తిరగడం Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, ఆడవాడి కన్నా కాయ పెట్టేస్తాను డైరెక్ట్ కొనుక్కున్నప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళినా బయట నేను ఆడంటే ఇప్పుడు గంటలు గంటలు ఉంటుంది ఆ గంటలో విజయవాడ ఎవరు ఇప్పుడు ఇంటి బయట ఉంటారు కదా ఇంటి బయట ఉన్నారు విజయవాడ లేదు ఢిల్లీ కూడా అంత ఈ చిన్న ప్లేస్ అక్కడ లానే పెడతారు ఇక్కడ నుంచి హైదరాబాద్ హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి అదే ఇది ఒకసారి హైదరాబాద్ అభిమానులు వాడు చెప్తుంటాడు యూ కెన్ సీ అవర్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ సిటీ జైపూర్ possible therefore you can see this city and other or more better snacks are you know same of my side one man over baga apne practice మనం అట్లా తిరిగి లక్కీ తాగాక సగం విషయం తెలియదు get ready అది బయట వేసేస్తున్న చదువులా
సౌండ్ ఎక్కువ వస్తుందా
మనం జంతులు ఎక్కడ బయట వెళ్ళాడు చదువులో కూడా నేను ఎట్లా అనిపిస్తుంది ఎక్కడ మేఘాలు చాలా కలర్లెస్ ఉందనుకోండి షేక్ చేస్తారు ఎట్లనే ఎవరు అసలు పక్కన కూర్చొని మాట్లాడుకుంటారు దీంట్లో ఎప్పుడు నెలలు చేయాలి వాళ్ళు సెల్ఫీగా తీసేసుకుంటారు అదే సెల్ఫీగా చేసేసారు పెన్షన్ కాంపిటీషన్ కట్ చేస్తాడు ఇంత పెట్టుకుని పంపుతూనే ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాను. తెలిసిన వాడు సార్ స్పెషల్ ఇక్కడ రౌండ్ ఉంది చుట్టూ నాకు ప్లాన్ చేసి డబ్బులు ప్లాన్ చేసి మీరు ప్లాన్ చేసి డబ్బులు ఉంటుంది కదా మీకు రాబోతుంది IPS impressive. IPS impressive. Saya mengairi dan mengairi pada lain dan dia sebenarnya pada dalam sebenarnya ada tamu itu.
It is not.
Oh, bypass lagi. Bypass ni sir. Itu nak kalau lagi.
Even though.
Ya, semua orang bukan. Ini sekolah ini semua sekolah. Kalau kan orang juga orang belajar juga. Kalau kan ini kalau mau sampai belajar ini sekolah. I need to get 10 hours in master. So the area for nothing being set for 5 hours for ablution and I need easy. Tomorrow for purposes, I need this asking for and this is a running. I already said no, sorry. You know area or yes, sir. Miscellaneous ini ulang lagi. Ulang apa? Kalau misalnya ada yang itu semua dilakukan apa? Ada yang
మా ఊరి దగ్గరలో ఉన్నాడు కదా
మా ఇంట్లో ఉంటారు సార్.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Dr. Siddhareddy.
Yeah, sir.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Very good. Health బాగుందా ఇప్పుడు?
బాగుంది, sir. Sir, your video is in off mode, sir. Please.
అదే ఆన్ చేస్తున్నా, ఒక్క నిమిషం. హలో, కెన్ యూ హియర్ మీ? నేను కనిపించట్లే కదా?
Sir, your network bandwidth is low.
Really? ఓకే. దీంట్లో నేను కనిపించట్లే కదా?
అదే వస్తుంది కానీ సార్ అదే కొద్ది పెద్ద అక్షరాలు కనబడుతున్నాయి. కొన్నే కనబడుతున్నాయి, అక్షరాలు కూడా 4 letters 5 letters కనబడుతున్నాయి.
ఫేస్ కనిపిస్తుందా?
అదే కొద్ది కనిపిస్తుంది సార్. అదే కార్బన్ పీ కార్బన్ కనబడుతుంది మాకు. ఆ లెటర్స్ మాత్రమే.
మొహం కనిపిస్తుందా అసలు?
సార్
ఫేస్ కనిపిస్తుందా? ఫేస్ కనిపించట్లేదా?
మీ ఫేస్ కూడా కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
ఓకే, one second, hold on. కనిపిస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు?
కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
కనిపించట్లేదా?
కనిపిస్తుంది సార్. ఐ క్యాప్ కార్బన్
ఓకే సరే. ఇప్పుడు ఇది నేను కనిపిస్తున్నానా? లేదు కదా?
మీరు కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
కెమెరా I don't know what to do. నేను కనిపించకపోయినా మన ఇది చేద్దాం. పవర్ పాయింట్ కదా కావాలి?
సార్
పవర్ పాయింట్ లో
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది సార్ మీ ఫోటో.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. ఇప్పుడు నేను కనిపిస్తున్నానా?
కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
I don't know man what to do. I don't know why my video is not working. సరే, ఇప్పుడు మీకు పవర్ పాయింట్ పంపిస్తే కెన్ యూ అప్లోడ్ ఇట్?
సార్ పవర్ పాయింట్ కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
అది బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఉన్నది, స్క్రీన్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అది.
ఇది బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఏమో సార్. ఇది
బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఇది
సార్. నౌ యు షేర్ సార్, యు షేర్ యువర్ పీపీటీ.
ఎట్లా షేర్ స్క్రీన్ లోనా?
ఈ స్క్రీన్ పైన షేర్ చేయండి సార్. మీకు పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చాము. షేర్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది సార్, షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని. దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేసి మీ పీపీటీ ఎక్కడ ఉందో దాన్ని లొకేషన్.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే. Basic advanced files. Okay. Microsoft Drive వస్తుంది. Share files. Box, Microsoft SharePoint. ఈ షేర్ లో ఫోల్డర్ కనిపించట్లేదు. బోర్డ్ ఇది వస్తుంది.
షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని కనిపిస్తుందా సార్?
ఒక్క నిమిషం, నేను ఫస్ట్ దీన్ని స్పేసింగ్ కనిపించింది.
దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు బేసిక్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఫైల్స్ అని ఉంది కదా సార్. అక్కడ ఫైల్స్ లోకి వెళ్తే మీకు ఎక్కడ అనేది మీ
ఫైల్స్ లోకి వెళ్తే
ఎక్కడైనా ఉంచుకోండి. లేకపోతే కానీ ఎక్కడన్నా కనిపిస్తుందా మీ పీపీటీ ఏమన్నా?
కనిపించట్లేదు, ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఫైల్స్ కి వెళ్తే ఎడిషన్, డ్రాప్ బాక్స్, గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్, బాక్స్, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ షేర్ పాయింట్, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ వన్ డ్రైవ్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ. అంతే, డెస్క్టాప్ ఎక్కడ ఏం కనిపించట్లేదు. ఫోల్డర్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకునే ఆప్షన్ లేదు. ఆప్టిమైజ్ కంప్యూటర్ సౌండ్, గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్, డ్రాప్ బాక్స్.
బేసిక్ లో కనిపించలేదు సార్.
ఓకే, బేసిక్ లో ఉంది. ఐ థింక్ బేసిక్ లో ఉంది. ఓకే, వచ్చిందా?
వచ్చింది సార్.
ఫైనల్లీ
షేర్ చేయండి. మీ స్క్రీన్ విజిబుల్ అవుతుంది, మీరు షేర్ చేయండి.
షేర్ అనాలా? ఓకే ఓకే,
ఓపెన్ చేయండి సార్, ఓపెన్ చేయండి పీపీటీ.
న్యూ షేర్ పార్టిసిపెంట్స్.
మీరు జస్ట్ పీపీటీ ఓపెన్ చేయండి సార్, సరిపోద్ది.
చేశాను. వచ్చిందా?
రాలేదు సార్.
యూఆర్ షేరింగ్ స్క్రీన్ అని వస్తుంది నాకు, లైవ్ అని.
మీ పీపీటీ ఓపెన్ చేశారా సార్? స్లైడ్స్ విజిబుల్ కాలేదు సార్ ముందు. ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. మీరు దీన్ని స్లైడ్ షో పెట్టండి సార్. ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
ఫైనలీ
సార్.
ఎందుకంటే 100 కిలోవాట్ సోలార్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ is easy.
Yes sir. Now we start sir.
Yes, we will.
Good afternoon to everyone. So today we have with us Sripani Visamraju garu. Sir is going to deliver a talk on solar power for today and tomorrow. So before handovering the session, I would like to introduce the Sripani Visamraju garu sir. So sir did MS Physics, La Tech University, Louisiana from USA, and Master of Science, La Tech University, I mean the same university, Louisiana, USA. So sir is expertise in visualization, strategy management, business development, opening new markets, technical marketing and sales, technical management, production engineering, manufacturing and test engineering. And also sir is working in the area of energy efficiency, solar photovoltaics, solar power plant concept, design, procurement, installation and commissioning, solar EPC license for permits and subsidies with the government bodies, arrange PPA, solar thermal, RF water testing, chip manufacturing, RF chip testing, high volume manufacturing, wireless phones, wireless base stations, and RF radios. So sir worked in various locations across the world. US include California, Texas, Louisiana, Arizona, New Jersey, and Oregon, and Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Africa, Turkey, and finally in India. So sir is doing the ventures eco-friendly business beyond solar by promoting many other eco-friendly products and services and water conservation efforts. Sir is actually is the founder CEO of SSV Energy and Infrastructure Private Limited company. So out of California and India.
సరిపోతుందేమో కదా
Sir,
సరిపోతుందేమో కదా
sir has undertaken many projects, more than 100 solar projects has undertaken, and also played many roles as an engineer, as a senior test engineer, test manager, senior technical manager, applications engineer, country head, general manager, founder, CEO, and panel experts in various organizations across the world. And sir has given many keynote speakers lectures in Andhra Pradesh, in various engineering colleges in Hyderabad, Karnool district, Anantapur district, Visakhapatnam, Kakinada, and Guntur. And also sir is having some awards and accomplishments. So sir installed solar for Honda car factory, recognized for our quality by Honda's global quality head. First green theater in Asia, 100 kilowatt power solar PV plant on Prasad IMAX Theater, Hyderabad, India. Provided solar water purifiers to missionary schools in India. Project sponsored by Rotary Club USA. Gold Achievement Award, Cascade Microtech USA. So JH Kujelman Engineering Excellence Award, Lucent Technologies USA. President's Award, NEWT Team Achievement Gold Level, Lucent Technologies USA. So President's Award, Pocket Phone Team Achievement Gold, Lucent Technologies USA. Outstanding student who among students in American universities and colleges USA. And also sir is also acting as advisory board for engineering colleges and published many papers also, and also served as a president of Silicon Andhra. So it is a non-profit, non-political, non-religious, cultural and community organization in Silicon Valley, California. This is very short and brief introduction about the Sripani Vissamraju sir. So sir did a lot of work in the solar field. So we would like to this is very brief introduction. So we are going to see what sir is going to show about the solar today and tomorrow. So thank you, sir. I welcome you all. Welcome you, sir, for today's session. So first of all, we would like to thank you for accepting our invitation. So upon our request. So please, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Siddhareddy.
Sir.
That was it's always a pleasure working with RGM. RGM Toti, I have a very long association. About 10 years now, I think. We have done so many things together. And all your Shantiramudu Garu and JP Garu, Ashok Reddy Garu, everybody is Ashok Kumar.
Yes.
I know everyone very well and other faculty also. So I have very good memories with RGM and Nandyal. So I'm always happy to be part of this group. And thank you very much for inviting me to give a talk on solar and green living and all that. So I would love to share my experiences, and I will talk about very high level things. I'm not going to get into technical designs and all these things, so that people will get a feel for what it is, what the solar industry is like, what is the future is going to be like. To the best of my knowledge and expertise, I'll share those things and let the faculty student build on it, because I hear Dr. Siddha, there's a lot of faculty members in the meeting today, right? Hello.
Sir, please, sir.
There are a lot of faculty members today, Kada?
Yeah, sir.
Right. So it is always nervous to talk to faculty because everybody is an expert in their field with PhDs and all that. So it is a challenge, but I'll try to do my best. So welcome everyone. One thing which I want to tell you, and I told Dr. Siddha also, that if anybody has questions, comments or anything, you can interrupt and ask right away. Let's not keep all the questions to the end, because I've been in many webinars where a lot of speakers take 90% of the time for telling what they have in mind, and the last 10% people will ask a few questions and they'll say, send it in writing, we'll respond. That never happens. Okay, so I want it to be more interactive and two-way session. So feel free to ask any questions in the middle. I would really appreciate that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thanks. Yeah. All right. So let us talk about solar today and tomorrow. Basically, what we are trying to do is are there any beginners in this for the solar industry in the group, Siddha?
Sir?
Any newcomers to solar or?
All are faculty from various engineering colleges, sir.
Right. Okay. So they all know what solar is and all that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll quickly, because for the sake of completeness, the why we want to do solar today is the problem with fossil fuels. Everybody knows is this is causing a lot of carbon emissions. So we want to reduce the carbon emissions, and carbon emissions cause global warming, greenhouse effect, and that's increasing the temperature of the earth. And that is proven by Professor Keeling, which is what is called a Keeling curve. You can see the carbon parts per million of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has shot up drastically during this industrial era, which is around the 1800, 1900 to 2000 time frame. Before that, it was a flat curve. And because of the rise in carbon dioxide, which is the gray line, the temperature also is going up global. Okay, so this is the parts. Every day you can go on this website and see how many parts per million of carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere. So this is a very useful study, and this is what is guiding all the renewable energy activities, businesses, policy making all over the world. So a Keeling curve, as you can see on the screen. Please try to spend some time on this website, understand it, and share it with students, and that should be a good topic for study and discussion in classes. So around up to 2005, from 800 to 2005, the temperature has gone from 0.7 to 1.4 degrees. From 2005 to 2030, it is expected to go up to 2.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And if we don't do anything, solar gani, renewable energies, if you don't do anything, the temperature can go up to 10 degrees. That will be catastrophic. Does everybody understand English, or should I talk in Telugu?
Sir, the participants are from various states.
Okay, let's stick to English. Thanks, Dr. Siddha. So global warming. What happens with global warming? This is the impact. We have seen these pictures: ice caps melting, sea levels rising, and these are all real world scenarios. A lot of hurricanes. Hurricanes is a very complex phenomena, and then because of that, market crashes, and then diseases spread because when the temperatures increase, a lot of bacteria and worms and insects, they thrive well. They carry a lot of diseases. And then because of that, a lot of people migrate to different locations, and there will be dislocation, territorial wars, and all these things. Plus heat waves, we have seen this. Forest fires, we have seen this all over the place in Australia, in the US, and all that. And that will cause famine, all these things. So this is what are the effects of global warming. And this is caused by carbon emissions, and this is caused by fossil fuel usage. So we have to reduce the usage of fossil fuels and go to solar and other renewable energies. Now, is that true or not? This is a bit of an old data here, but if you see, the number of hurricanes have increased year over year in the last 30-40 years, which is, this is the evidence. And whether this is all given by international meteorological and climatic organizations. So my name is no to carbon dioxide. That's the reason my banner picture I say is I cap carbon, which means I reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Do you? Doing solar is one way we reduce carbon dioxide emissions, but there are other ways also which we can take up to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, which we will be talking about in my second lecture on green living. And we got trained in the USA by NABCEP on solar. This is North American Board for Certified Energy Practitioners, and these are all ISO and OSHA certificates and all that. Okay, so this is about the reason why, the problem statement. First, we have, for anything, when we get into a thing, we have to get into the problem statement. What is the problem we are trying to solve? If there is no problem and we're trying to do something that will not give us any benefit, first, most importantly, financial benefit. Unless there is a, hello? Okay. Unless there is a financial benefit, nobody will do anything, right? So we have understood the problem statement. There is a problem. This is the global population across different continents, and how it is increasing year over year, and how many people we are going to we have to deal with. Okay, so there will be about 9 billion people by 2040. That is a lot of people. What it means to us is that the more number of people means more energy consumption, more fossil fuels, kind of energy, which means more carbon dioxide emissions. So understanding the population growth is very important. And the usage of energy in different sectors is broadly given here: buildings, industry, and transportation. Global energy, if we take it as a one pie, majority of the energy is consumed across in buildings, followed by industry, which is factory, pharma, medical, everything, and then followed by transportation. And if majority is residential, then commercial. And this is a chart for you to amount of energy consumption per capita. If you can, as you can see, highest energy consumption is in the US, Canada, and some parts of Australia and some Middle East areas. And if we take it by the fuel, and which fuel power is energy from which fuel is mostly generated. So if you look at this chart, under at the bottom of the chart, there are colored dots which show about the type of fuel, which is coal or liquids, natural gas, nuclear, hydro, and renewables. In the bar chart, yes, in the bar, oh shucks. Hello, can you guys see me? Once. Somebody raised a hand. I'm trying to see how to. Okay. Was there somebody who asked a question? Okay.
Someone raised the hand and then dropped.
I think so. Okay, sounds good. Yeah. All right. So this is the energy consumption by different fuels, and the text you see like I IEA, OPEC, Equinor, ExxonMobil. These are all the reporting agencies, different reporting agencies across the world, like in an International Energy Alliance, and BP, British Petroleum, Shell Sky is another organization. All these people have come up with different reports, and combination of data from different reports, and it shows clearly that around 2020 and 2040, the liquid fuels and renewable energies will really be the dominant players in generating energy, and natural gas. Coal or diesel will go down. So that's what we are trying to show here. So which tells us that the engineering colleges, the faculty, the institutions should realize that the trend is towards increase of renewable energies, increase of natural gas usage, increase of hydro-based powers, not coal-based powers or diesel-based. So your curriculum should gear towards that. That's the point I'm trying to make in this. And the same thing here again. This is a global energy demand given by different companies, as I told you. The is a QBTU on the top is BTUs, which is quite a big number. So basically, it is showing the increase in energy consumption. That is a no-brainer. Of course, it will increase with increasing population, and the carbon emissions will decline, will go down if we follow the renewable energy path. If you follow less coal usage path, then the carbon emissions will decrease, even with increasing consumption and even with increasing population. And in that mix, what is solar? Solar mix, if you see, it is in the percentage. By 2020, we are already less than 5% of the global. I mean, and all around the world, if 100 units are generated from different sources of energy, different fuel sources rather, different fuel sources, out of which 5% is coming from solar. The projection is in the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, you can see that it can go all the way up to 20, 30%. It's a huge number. Why it is a huge number is today, with even less than 5% of market penetration of solar, you see so many hundreds of megawatts of solar plants coming up all over the place in different countries, and so much activity, so many companies, so much employment, so much technology, so much technology breakthroughs. It is just less than 5% of market penetration. If it goes beyond 10, 20, 15, 30, 40, then you can imagine how much more it will be. Okay, so that's the reason this is a very important slide. The same thing here, solar and global energy in different agencies. As I told you before, different agencies have come up with reports saying that in Asia Pacific, that some, and Africa, Europe, Americas, you can see Asia Pacific is leading in renewable energy, in solar. If you see on the bottom right was, that shows very clearly that in the years to come, Asia, which is India and all these countries, will lead in solar and renewable energies. And India energy consumption across different fuels, coal, oil, natural gas, renewables is given here. And then you have let's say similar information is a different form given by different agencies by fuel. Right now, India is consuming lot of power, a lot of coal, which means most of the power is coming from coal. By 2040, the coal percentage has come down. So this is coming down, but today it is really big, which is what is causing a lot of pollution in the country. Right. So this is an MIT information here. Global demand for electricity goes across by, goes up by more than 60% of 215 levels by 2040. Of that, solar will be the biggest, the dominant energy source. And to help that, today the solar panels is anywhere 15, 16, 17%, 18%. Commercially available solar panels, which we all buy, are in the 20, 22% range. In the labs, spectral labs for Hughes aircrafts, it was proven a few years ago as 36%. Now they have come up to 46%, which is really, really big. So the technology is tending towards that of higher efficiency solar panels, and the demand for energy of which contribution is increasing. So you can see all the things are aligning towards solar being a dominant player in energy, which means our students, faculty, colleges, education, the whole thing should orient ourselves towards gearing up and bringing in more of solar energy, curriculum, training, research, product development, innovations in solar, that all will be used up very well by the industry. That's the point. In the solar thing, in three areas, mostly in three areas, the solar technology improvements will come. One is increased efficiency of solar panels, reduced material usage. Like when you make solar panels, you use silicon mostly. Earlier, we used to have silicons made of 200 micron thick silicon wafers. Today, they have come down to 10 microns, 5 microns. Now we are tending towards 3 microns, 0.6 micron, which means the material usage is coming down. And manufacturing of these solar panels also, they're making it simpler, easier, and more efficient. So all these three factors, efficiency, increasing efficiency, reducing of material usage, reducing of complexity in manufacturing. All these three will help increase the adaptation of solar power and solar panels. And the existing PV technologies are crystalline silicon, monosilicon, that is one thing, and CDTE, cadmium telluride, and then 6, cadmium indigo, indium gallium or selenide. So these are commercially available technologies right now. The fuels are CGTS, perovskites, and organics. These new technologies also have started coming into the market. We just spoke a minute ago that the commercially available silicon panels have the efficiency of about 18 to 22%. The next generation, new ones, already have an efficiency of 10%. These are just coming up. So in a few years, they will come to this at least 20, 25%, 20% range when they will be commercially viable. Get it? Means these new technologies have a strong future. So we should focus on understanding these new technologies, do some projects in them, see how we can use these new technologies, get some samples from other countries, do some research on it, understand their performance, their metrics, power generation, any issues with it, and start gaining knowledge. That will put our colleges, our staff, and our students on the leading edge of technologies. So, as faculty and as academic institutions, you should be focusing on these kind of things so that we stay ahead or at least current of the trends. If we keep on learning or doing projects on crystalline silicon, monosilicon, yeah, they are good. They have been there for 20, 30, 40 years. People have done a lot of work in it. It is matured. People are going ahead. So we also should keep up and stay in step with the latest technology. So these are the three technologies which we should be studying and make them part of our curriculum. As I was telling about the wafer thickness a minute ago, existing wafers are about 180 microns. Commercial thin films are about 3, and 0.6 is what we are going towards. So what happens by reducing the thickness is the material usage comes down, which means the amount of material used is less, means less cost of material, which means less product, which means more adaptation of solar, and which is what is needed because the global demand for energy is growing. To reduce the carbon emissions, we need to go with renewables, and solar is very well placed to play a leadership role in being the main energy source in the coming few decades. We have been talking about solar photovoltaics all along. Now we have what is called solar thermal, which is concentrated solar power. These are thermals you have seen but have not implemented. Under solar thermal, there are two things. One is solar thermal, which is the solar heat, because first of all, we know from sun we get light and heat. Light, we already talked about, which is photovoltaics, and heat is what we are going to talk address now, which is there are two categories on heat. One is solar heat using the solar heat as it is. The second one is using solar heat and generating power, electricity. This one that we are seeing right now is generation of electricity. Using the heat as it is, we have seen it, a very simple application like solar water heaters, solar cookers, solar dish cookers, those kind of things. Okay, we are talking of solar power generation from solar thermal. This one is not as easy as solar photovoltaics to set up and implement. Engineering wise, it's complex and extremely capital intensive. It takes a lot of investment to do this. And the efficiency also is not great. If you, like we were talking about in the photovoltaics, the amount of light that is converted into energy is 18-20%. In solar thermal, of the total incident energy, only 16% is converted into electricity. So efficiency wise, this is worse off than capital intensive. But the good thing about this one is solar, even when the sun sets, even at night, we will be able to dispatch power because there is a molten salt technology in this, which retains the heat during daytime and releases it at night. And that heat is used to boil the water and turn the turbines and generate electricity. So this is, in that way, it is better. You can give energy all around the clock. But in solar photovoltaics, you can do only during. And there is a CSP, concentrated solar power hybrid. What this is if you have like this one, solar field with all the solar collectors. You can have it along with the coal thermal power plant. So if you use both and run the plant, you'll get more efficiency out of this whole system. You'll be using lesser fossil fuels. You'll be using more solar, and even solar also will be efficient, because in this we don't have to use molten salt, because at night fossil fuel can give us the energy. So this is a hybrid thing. This is also doable. In some part of some geographies, it makes very good sense, because where the solar energy is very high, like in Europe and in some North American countries like Canada and all that, the heat is not as much. They are more cold countries. So their concentrated solar power is not very efficient and viable. But in countries like India, Middle East, Southwest America, um, Spain, those very, very, very popular, very much doable. So that's the reason we need to go with the solar and solar related thing. And we have both options, photovoltaics and solar thermal power. Okay. And of course, we saw all these things before. This is all, yeah. So this will get into the, see here till now we talked about power generation as a source. I mean, solar as a source for generating electricity and giving power to the grid, and from the grid you will get the power and all that. Now what we are going to is in any kind of buildings, how can we harness solar? Because as we saw in the earlier slide, majority of the power consumption happens in buildings, either residential or commercial. So besides generating power from from solar, what can be done at the usage level, at the load point, if you will, at the building level? So that's what we're going to see in the next few slides. Any questions? Okay, I'll take it as a no and move forward. Okay, so what do we call this? Is a passive solar. So we design the building in such a way that the sun energy enters the building in the right way, in the right season. For example, in winters, the insides are pretty cold. So what we do is we'll make sure we design the building such a way that the sun enters the building during winters. And in summers, it's hot. So we design the building such a way that in summers, less of solar energy enters the building. This is what is called a passive solar. Why it is passive? Because you're not doing anything actively, like putting a solar power plant or a solar water heater, running a machine, running nothing. You design and build in such a way that naturally the sun energy enters or doesn't enter the building and give a comfortable feeling inside the building. Thereby, you're reducing the need for heating the room during winters or cooling the room in summer. That impacts the overall power consumption, which impacts the need for power generation, which means you don't have to generate the power which you're never going to use. By the way, the cleanest power in the world is not solar, not hydro, not geothermal, not tidal, nothing. The cleanest power is the power that you'd never have to generate. So if we can reduce the usage, that's the best form of green living. That's the best form of reducing carbon emissions. That's what we are trying to do here in the passive, by adapting passive solar techniques. And active solar, we already talked about it. Solar cookers, water heaters, lanterns, blah, blah, blah. And solar thermal, this is what we talked about. Actually, this slide should have been earlier. Solar cookers, we talked about it. This is a solar thermal power generation block diagram, which we talked about just now. And photovoltaics, this is what we already talked about. And section is some of these things, most of you, especially the faculty, have seen it, you know it. It's a very basic 101 type of thing. So I don't want to bore you with the routine stuff, but I kept it here for sake of completeness. And also some of you may not know or maybe seeing this for the first time. It's for that reason I still have them in the slide deck. Okay, this is how you put solar panels on the rooftops. And not only on the rooftop, you can put solar panels on the facade or on the building side walls in creative ways to harness solar energy. Because in this building, if you see, there's no room for a rooftop installation. So they have done it like this. And photovoltaics, which is the solar panels are part of the building structure, not added to the building like in a rooftop. So the glass that is used is a solar panel. Different types of solar panels. The left one on the top is one with cells in the middle and clear glass all around. And the one on the top bottom right corner is the one where the whole glass is like a tinted glass. The whole thing is a solar panel. So when the light falls on the tinted glass, the light enters the, it generates electricity. And so the glass acts more also like a tinted glass to reduce the light and heat ingress into the building. At the same time, generate electricity. And these are big solar farms. Most of you or all of you may have seen them, ground mount. And these are the different usages of solar photovoltaics for street lights, for hoardings, for traffic lights, water pumps in the farms and fields. And this creative uses. You can put solar panels on a purse, on backpacks, for chargers, consumable items. You have seen all these things. Home lighting systems. And this is one of our rooftop projects. Okay, this is how the silicon cells are made from sand to silicon to ingots to wafer, solar cell to module to PV system and to power. So that's the value chain. And we are talking about playing in the last three sections from the bottom right. So we're generating current or sorry power from this. We are setting up PV systems. We're making solar modules in the country. We are assembling the cells which we import and making solar modules. Some are still importing this wafer and making cells. But all the four in the top from, three in the top, wafer, ingot, silicon, we are not making them in India. So that is the fundamental building block. But again, that calls for thousands of crores of investment to set up that plant. So I think the governments should take initiative to do something on those lines. It's not somebody's individual level activity. Okay, so we are playing in the module PV systems space. I think we should go back in the value chain, or even if you don't go back in the value chain, maybe you should come up with more creative and different diverse applications at the system level and see where all we can use solar power. Bottom line is very simple. Wherever we use electricity, that can be replaced or complemented, supplemented with solar. Any power usage. So if you go with that, you'll see humongous number of applications where solar can be used. Okay, since you're all academia, faculty, and the students here, I want to talk a little bit about the job scenario. If you see all the renewable energy jobs all over the world, the maximum number of hiring is happening in the solar. Okay, so the future is bright for solar. Please stay focused on this. We have a very rewarding financially and academically, technology-wise, in all aspects. It will be a very rewarding career. So please promote solar as much as you can and see how you all can, as individual, what all you can add to the field, either in terms of adding courses or coming up with innovations or starting companies or teaching more solar things. And most of the faculty are good at teaching, so you can conduct online classes in solar for people across the. You don't have to go global, you can, but even if you start with your local within your city or some small towns and villages around your towns and city, if you can have online classes and train them in solar, you'll be helping them in getting employment. So the employability is huge, and we are just starting this in the solar industry, just starting scratching the surface, as they say, and the future is huge potential. Okay, so that's the slide deck I have, and I can show the projects we have done, but I don't know if that would be of interest to you. Should I show the projects, Dr. Siddha? What do you think? Hello, anybody home?
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Siddha, should I show the pictures of the projects I have done?
Yeah, you can show, sir.
Okay. Are you able to see them?
No, sir, it is not open.
Mm,
Now it is okay, sir.
okay, sounds good. Um, all right. So over the last decade of our solar experience in the US and India and in other countries, we have traveled and done some projects, did some training activities. These are all the projects. I'll just show you the pictures. That's all, nothing more. This is our first project in California for a cell tower. We have put up a solar plant. You can see the two solar panels. This is on a trailer. Because on the back of a truck there's a trailer, and on the trailer we put these boxes with solar panels, and this tower goes on the sits on the trailer, and they take it to different locations and demonstrate this to clients how a cell tower works, and they wanted to show that solar panels are can be used for cell towers. So that's our first project. And then this is on the rooftops of California. The roofs are mostly tiles and shingles, so it's on the roof. It's like this, some roofs and all that. And this is for Vijayawada Varija Ashram, and this is in Vishakhapatnam. Some of you from Vishakhapatnam. It is on Beamley Road, next to that big Hanuman Anjaneya Swamiji statue on the sea, on the beach, on the way to Bhumli. Varija Ashram is this on that. And this is Prasad IMAX Theater. We have done 100 kilowatts here. And we raised on the rooftop, we raised a structure like this. On top of that, we put solar panels like that. So it saved a lot of space for us. And this is on the top, from top of IMAX. Under the structure, the first green theater in India. We have done that. And this is a 10 kilowatt hospital in Chennai for 10 kilowatt plant. And this is the Cipra Labs. We try to spell the company name with solar panels. This is a pharma lab, and this is Institute of Engineers. This is the similar thing we have tried. We tried doing it like IE. You see IE is spelled with solar panels. The same thing we tried here, Cipra Labs. Okay, this is in Hyderabad. There is no commercial advantage or any additional efficiency, any additional power generation advantage doing like this, or just aesthetics, just creativity. That's all. And this we have done for a Bridgestone tire factory. This is for a residence. This is for Tata's. They have about 200 street lights we have centralized all, instead of putting solar panels on the street lights, which by the way, people, I want to share my experience here. If you put solar panels on street lights, not many people will maintain it well, because on solar panels on top will be a lot of dirt and thing will be settling, and nobody will go and clean it periodically. So it all gets accumulated and the battery dies very soon, and the whole system calls for maintenance often, and people will say, yeah, the solar doesn't work. So instead, what we did was, for all the solar street lights, we have run cables to this one central building and put a battery bank. And this is the battery bank for that. About 200 street lights running off of this 20 kilowatt solar plant and this battery bank. These are all the street lights running on solar. This is Tata campus. And this is a 20 megawatts power plant we have done in Gujarat. It's the same, it's a thin film project. I remember if I told the thickness of silicon, this one takes a lot less silicon than the 200 micron crystalline solar panel. This is not a crystalline solar panel, this is a thin film solar panel. And these are solar water heaters. This is solar thermal again, not power generation. And this is 7 megawatt solar plant. This 100 kilo textile mill in Tamil Nadu on ground mount. This is for a software company. This is for another textile mill in Virudhunagar. This is for remember that firecracker Shivakasi. It is for Shivakasi, the firecrackers company. Okay, and this is solar thermal water heaters we have done for a lot of rooftops, big plants. This is another application for water purifiers in schools. We have done the solar power setup. All the water purifiers, sometimes they work, they don't work. So we have given uninterrupted power using solar panels and batteries. And these water purifiers have uninterrupted source of power, and kids have good water supply. So this is another application you can think of for your, in campus or home or wherever, in your colleges, temples, churches, mosques, wherever you go. Everywhere, wherever this kind of water purification things are there, you can run on solar. Okay, so these are some of the projects. Somebody is interested, we can work together on setting up this kind of research projects, innovative projects we can offer, or help and services, and academia can involve their staff and students. We have done a project in RGM. Sidhu, you might know. Dr. Sidhu, you might know this. Ashok Gar knows this. So we have done similar things. Okay, so that is our projects, my friend. Okay, so that's all I have to say and show. Now it's all your turn, guys.
So, dear participants, please unmute yourself and you can interact with Sripani sir. If you have any doubts or if you want any clarification regarding the solar energy.
I think I explained perfectly. Everybody understood everything. No questions whatsoever.
No questions, no doubts.
No doubts. I see about 50 plus people, right? 58 people online.
8 people, sir.
Right. So they are from which parts of the country?
And there is one question. What is the size of solar panel required to run 1 HP motor?
1 HP pump.
1 HP pump.
Okay. So if you want to 1 HP pump, yeah, 1 HP pump needs about 1 kilowatt of solar panels. 1 kilowatt, 1000 watts, because 1 HP is about 750 watts, right? And with losses and all that, 1000 watts is a good number. And if you increase the HP count, the panel size increases proportionately and linearly. Where do you want to use that 1 HP? What's the application?
Krishnaraj Garu, can you please interact with Sri Pani sir? Krishnaraj Garu, please unmute yourself. For crushing of sugar cane, sir.
For crushing of sugarcane, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that. Only thing is um, if you use a VFD like you use for water pumps, that if that is okay for you, in the sense the speed of the crusher will change if you use a VFD, and if the sun goes up and down or there is cloudy situation, the speed of the crusher changes. Sometimes it may go slow, sometimes it may go fast. If that is okay with you, then with a VFD, you can put solar panels and connect it to the crusher. If it is not okay, if that motor doesn't take varying currents, even if you put a VFD, it should be okay. So if that motor works like a pump, a water pump, can work very well with VFDs. If it works with VFD, then definitely 1 kilowatt for the crusher will work very well without any issues. Krishnaraj, where are you from? Which place? I think Bhaskar Garu wants to ask something.
Hyderabad, sir. Krishnaraj from Hyderabad.
Oh, Hyderabad. Okay. Very nice.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. I am Bhaskar.
Yes, Bhaskar. Good afternoon. Cheppandi.
Sir, actually, I want to dry some of the medicinal plants by using solar energy. For that, I am using evacuative collector. Meanwhile, how to incorporate this solar PV also. If I use solar PV, I want to get 50 degrees of temperature. Then what to do? That means by using solar PV, I want to reach 50 degrees of temperature. What to do? Yeah.
Why do you? Ante.
Yeah, sir. Telugu also, no problem. I am from East Godavari.
అవునా ఇంకే మరి వెరీ గుడ్. అయితే ఇప్పుడు 50 degrees టెంపరేచర్ మీకు దేనికి కావాలన్నారండి? మెడిసిన్ ప్లాంట్ డ్రై చేయడానికి?
మెడిసిన్ ప్లాంట్ డ్రై చేయడానికి సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ.
ఓకే, దీని ఫోటో వోల్టాయిక్స్ తోటి మీరు డ్రైయింగ్ చేయకండి. అంటే ఫోటో వోల్టాయిక్స్ తోటి పవర్ జనరేషన్ కి దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఇస్ యూజ్, అన్ని పనికొస్తుంది. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ ఫోటో వోల్టాయిక్స్ అండ్ రన్ ఏ హీటర్, దట్ విల్ బి వెరీ ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్. So what you do is use solar dryers. You have solar dryers, right?
Yes, sir. I have solar dryer, and that way I have evacuated tube collector also. Evacuated tube collector. From that, I am getting heat, and then that I am forcing to the dryer cabin. I want to think that I have to incorporate somehow. That means hybrid, like that means combination of any solar thermal plus solar PV. So that's why if I'm using solar PV also, then how can I get this 50 degrees temperature like that?
So are you not getting 50 degrees now?
Size of the panel is required. Sir?
Are you not getting 50 degrees now?
No, sir. Actually, I haven't tried, sir. I haven't tried.
Okay.
I'm right now. I'm working on thermal only, solar thermal only.
Okay.
Not PV.
Okay. So first of all, don't use PV for heating. Fundamental.
Okay.
If you use PV use PV for running an exhaust fan from the dryer to take the moisture out, or for running a light or something like that. Never use PV for heating. That's number one. And then
Okay,
as
sir.
far as the heating is concerned, you can run from evacuator tube, take the heat and as a heat exchanger, and get the dryer and do all that. But that is doable. But why can't you use a regular solar dryer which comes in a box and dry your medicinal plants? Straightforward, right? Why do you want to use the evacuator tube?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I want to reach. I think so. That means I want to incorporate some thermal energy storage also. That's why by using evacuative, we will get more temperature. Then I can store the excess energy like that. I am thinking. So that's all.
Store extra heat, you mean?
Yeah, in the form of thermal energy storage by using some phase change materials.
And do what with that thermal storage?
Sir, during no sunshine hours also we can use that heat, no, sir.
Yes, yes. Oh, you mean that way? Okay. I see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Right. So that you can do. That you can see solar cold storages work on that principle. So solar cold storages work on the principle where there is a solar photovoltaic panel, okay, that is working, getting electricity, and then the compressor is running during daytime, and that is cooling the phase change material, and then that keeps it cold all through the night and next day also. So that is good
Yes, sir.
for
Yes, sir.
thermal cold storage. For this
Yeah,
phase
yeah.
change material using solar cold storage. But if you want to use a dryer, this is a lot less expensive and efficient using a solar dryer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? And whatever temperature you want inside the dryer, you can manage it, control it by using some kind of a ventilation or the size or exhaust fans and things like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Finally, you are suggesting that by using PV, I don't want to heat that electrical heating. Yeah.
No, that will be extremely expensive.
Sir, can I run the blower?
Blower,
Shall I
yes,
run
all that. Yeah, blower you can run.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Blower, you mean exhaust fan or a blower?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blower is a blower.
Blower for what blower? Blowing what?
Centrifugal blowers or half HP centrifugal blower.
Right. That you can run. Again, as I told you, solar does not service any load on its own. You need either a grid power or a battery or diesel generator or something to run with it to give uninterrupted, constant current to the load.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Any load anywhere in the world, it is a limitation of solar power. But if you put a VFD to the blower along with solar, now it will work, but at the varying speeds. But it will work.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. So for running the half HP blower, how much size of panel required? I will use battery. So battery, I will store that. How much size of panel is required? General.
If you are using during for how many hours you want to run the
So from morning 8 to evening 5.
continuously?
Yeah, continuously.
Okay, may I know the
Morning.
application?
This one only is a drying purpose only. Drying during sunshine hours. Drying only. Yeah.
Okay, half HP. Okay, so you want to right. So if you say half HP, let us say that is ease of calculation 400 watts. Okay, I'm just giving you a rough calculation.
Yeah.
400 watts you want to run for 10 hours.
Yes,
right?
sir. Or 8 hours or 8 hours later.
8 hours. Let's say 8 hours. So 8 hours means 400 into 8 is 3200 watt hours. That means 3.2 kilowatt hours or 3 units roughly. Okay. For you to generate 3 units, there at system inefficiencies, let us divide it by uh, uh, 0.8. So 3 divided by 0.8 is 3.75 units. And there will be battery inefficiencies. So another divided by this thing. So 4.6 units you have to generate
Mm.
to run these things all day. So to
Mm.
generate 4.6 units, you have to put a 1 kilowatt solar panel.
1 kilowatt solar panel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That
All
is
these calculations.
expensive. Sorry.
What? Yes, sir. All those your calculations are interesting to me. Those calculations, yeah, in a simple manner. Yeah.
Right. So 1 kilowatt means without battery it will cost you 50,000. With battery it will cost you about 80,000.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay,
now, if that is what makes sense commercially, if it's needed, then yes, absolutely you can do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
And then if you want autonomy like street lights, one day if there is the sunlight is low and all that, then you need to have a bigger battery, which means bigger solar panels. So that's all these things are there.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. All the best
Yes, sir.
with the
Thank
pencil
you.
plan drawing. That will
Yes,
be a
sir.
great field. Please pursue
Yes.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Sir, someone is asking, in Gujarat there is one super power plant. Can you
Super
explain?
power. What is that?
In Gujarat there is one super power plant.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Can I explain? I don't know what is a super power plant, to be honest.
Participants is in YouTube.
Participants saw that in the YouTube.
Somebody joined in the YouTube also, sir.
Oh man, we are popular. So I don't know what is super power plant, why it is called super power plant, what it is, but we have worked in one 750 megawatt Charanka plant few years ago. The 20 megawatt plant is part of that 750 megawatt biggest solar park in the country at that time, in the world at that time. So if you want to call that as super power plant, that's what I know about. And if it is something else, I would love to learn what is this super power plant. Did anybody see on the net what is super power plant? Largest thermal power plant, you think? Wanakbori. There is a thermal power plant of 200 megawatts. I know that part. That's what they're referring to super. So,
Still anybody is having doubts or require clarifications?
from where all we have participants? From which states?
Sir?
From which states do you have participants?
All the states, sir. Chennai is there, Uttar Pradesh, Pachim Bengal.
Nice. Very good.
More than 400 participants are accepted to join in all the sessions.
Very good.
As per their convenience, they are joining and listening the classes.
Right. That's good. So good. A lot of I see a lot of interest. I mean, right here we have about 50-60 participants, which shows a lot of interest, which is good.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
The question which I posted about the Gujarat is me.
Oh, Mr. Ramesh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I am from Karnataka.
Okay.
Bangalore specifically.
From which states do you have participants?
I'm from Karnataka.
All the states, sir. Chennai is there, Uttar Pradesh, Pachim Bengal.
Sorry, Ramesh, there's a lag in that. That is.
Yeah, that's because of the connectivity. Net connectivity is not so good.
Participants are accepted to join and all the sessions.
Very good.
So the question is basically, I read somewhere long ago, there is a solar power plant in Gujarat. I don't know exactly where it is. It is able to cater to the one of the cities all the hot water needs, and also this hot water is also used during winter for heating up the building also. Can you throw light on this?
So hot water needs, and that can heat up the building in the winter.
Yeah, it is something like a community hot water supply. It is at one point the solar water panel, when solar water is there, that is able to heat up the water in large quantity and supply through the insulated tube,
Right.
pipeline to the rest of the Gujarat. I mean, some of the towns of Gujarat. I don't know where exactly. Can you throw light?
Well, even I'm sorry, this is something which I will look up, Mr. Ramesh. Thanks for pointing those. I don't know where this is, what this is. I mean, the plant I don't know, but the
Okay.
concept is it's a known and proven concept where hot water is running through tubes, maybe inside the building, inside the walls, or
Okay.
on the floor, and that will heat up the area. But in
Yeah.
Gujarat, it's such a hot place. I don't know why would somebody want to have room heaters running off of water heater, but it
Yeah.
is doable. This is doable. I have seen this in California. People do this and
Yeah.
run copper pipes under the floor, and the
Yeah.
same pipes carry hot water for the shower needs also. So that part I know, but here I've not seen this plant.
Okay. And
But the concept,
adding to this, there is one more question I got. See, we are using this earth air tube also.
what is
Earth air tube.
Earth air tube? Okay,
So where the below about 3 to 4 meters below the Earth surface, we
mm-hmm.
have the temperature constant
Correct.
throughout the season. Irrespective of the season, the temperature will remain same. Where in the during summer it will be cool. In the winter it will be hot. I mean warmer there.
Right.
Now, if that concept is known, so now how do we compare the cost analysis, especially with respect to the solar heating or cooling? Will that be better, or whether this is the better one?
Where, you mean the earth air tubes, or you're talking about compared to what?
Earth air tube, because there are two options. One is earth air tube basically requires only the maintenance is not much there. As far as earth air tubes, only the initial investment is high.
Right.
But whereas the solar one, it is not so. I don't know exactly about that. If that is comparable, then which one do you prefer?
It's the cost wise and maintenance wise, earth air tubes sounds very low cost. I don't know the financials myself. I've never
Yeah.
done this, but I know what you're talking about. We are basically extracting the geothermal constant and using it, and maybe you have some pump to move the air around.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that is a very simple technique, costless and low
yeah.
maintenance.
Yes,
And
yes.
when you go with the other things like solar water heaters or photovoltaics, definitely a lot more complex, but a lot more flexible also. You have lot of
Yes.
varieties. See, if you're taking from the earth, there is nothing you can do to increase or
Yeah.
decrease the heat constant.
Correct, correct.
You just take what you have and be done with it.
Yeah. Because this is what I have seen in NCR when I was in NCR, Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to visit this project and it was working fine.
Which project, the earth air tube or the
Yeah,
Gujarat?
earth air tube. I'm talking about the earth air tube.
Right. Yes. Where did you see that in NCR?
To be more precise, in JSS Academy of Technical Education in Noida,
Hmm.
so they have this tunnel made, earth air tube made.
Okay.
I witnessed it, but when I left it, it was not functional. They were about to function, but I don't know what is the status as of now.
Okay. Right. Sounds good. So this is another thing. It's a very good point you brought up, Mr. Ramesh. The one fundamental thing which I see and you're also witnessing is across India, the lot of initial euphoria will be there, enthusiasm will be there to set up something, prove a concept. But after that, nobody is there to maintain it or run it for years.
Correct.
This
Exactly.
is where we are losing a lot of money and losing more important lot of learning. And even till date, we always look to outside India for technology. I think enough. We should do something now. We can do it.
That's true. That's true. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you to Mr. Ramesh. Thanks for your inputs. Very valuable.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think-
Still anybody wants to clarify your doubts?
I see one Dr. Avani Bhushan, VIT Chennai. Is that Vellore? Vellore Institute of Technology?
VIT Chennai, Vellore Institute of Technology.
Right, right. I went to Vellore, actual Vellore, visited the main campus and met their vice chancellor. I think it is Ramakrishna, I think, right? Vice chancellor of Vellore. Okay. We were planning on doing some solar projects. Okay. On the rooftops, yes. Great.
Sir, before you close, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Hope I'm not asking you too much.
No.
No.
You are the only one who's asking, so please.
No. See, recently this solar rooftop has picked up.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that is basically for independent household, means independent rooftop. Those you have got, that is much useful.
Mm-hmm.
The problem associated with this solar rooftop is, one is the connectivity, means connecting the power, excess power to the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I'm asking you, because these days we have got this urbanization is so much high, the importance of this solar rooftop is dropping. Yeah, dropping because we don't have enough rooftop. Because whatever is required, for example, one tall building is there next to that. So there is a lot of disturbance as far as solar radiation is concerned there.
Correct, yes.
Can you throw some light so that this solar rooftop is the cheapest one? That's what I feel it. Because you don't have to pay anything except the investment that you make for the equipment. The rest is all free for yourself, as well as you can commercially sell it to the grid also.
Correct.
Can you throw some light on this, because you are a veteran in this field?
So what I see is on the rooftops, especially, yes, what you said is right. Because of urbanization, the population density is high in the small place. A lot of people are living. So small rooftop space is available. There are a lot of people live under that, like in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Can we increase the rooftop? No, we cannot. There are two things you can do. One is the solar panels capacity is going up. Like 10 years ago, it was 100 watts per panel, which was 3 feet by 5 feet. And then it was 200, 250 watts, 300 watts. Today, I can buy 500 watt panel in 3 feet by 6 feet. So almost double, if not more, in the same footprint. So that way we can pack more power in a smaller area. So that's the holy grail of. Hello. So we can pack a lot of power in a small area. That is one. You can move. And another thing is, on the rooftop of an apartment, you can put a raised structure, like you have seen in the slide where we are done for Prasad MX Theatre. We can put a raised structure. On top of that, you put solar panels. So what you have done is you have not used up the terrace. You have actually created a space underneath, and that you can use for your community activities, common things, do your yogas or birthday parties or your department gatherings. All these things can be done under the roof, and the whole roof can be. You can raise a shed and put solar panels. So though there is a constraint in space, we can come up with creative ways like this and generate electricity, solar power. So did it make sense, Ramesh?
Yeah, it makes sense. And one more thing, the last but not the least, we have so many solar panels these years in the last 20 years. And the life of these solar panel is maximum 25 years.
Okay.
In that case, should we really call this solar energy, I mean, the way we collect the energy and then use it as a green energy?
Good, very good question. There are two things here. One, first of all, the solar power, the solar panel's life is not maximum 25 years, it's minimum 25 years. Warranted life is 25 years. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is number one. Though they can last up to 30, 40 years. There are plants running for 40 years, but still they're running, not as efficient, but yes. So that is number one. Second thing is the for making solar panels, you're not using solar power in the factories that make solar panels. Though you use you can to some extent, but for making silicon ingots and all that, humongous amount of power is required.
Yeah.
And also 24 hours. So solar doesn't give power during night time, you all know. So there we are consuming fossil fuels to make solar panels. So we are adding carbon emissions in the process of making solar panels. So to say that solar panels completely green is not true, but the amount of carbon emissions we release will be offset by the solar panels in 1 to 2 years of their deployment. So in 1 to 2 years, they will offset the amount of carbon emissions that they have contributed in making of solar panels. So from that standpoint, you can say, yes, after 2 years, solar panels are as green as they can be. That is the first point. And the second point is, that's the second point. And the third point is, after 25, 30, 40 years, what happens to the solar panels? Will they go into dump yards, or can we do something with it? First,
Yeah, that's it.
right. So first, the aluminum is totally recyclable. The silver is totally recyclable. The copper is totally recyclable. The plastic, we can do something with it. Like people are doing a lot of things with the plastic now. Glass is something which I heard can be recycled or melted again, made glass out of. I'm not too sure, but yes, that is also a possibility. And about the silicon wafers, this is one area where people are working on how do we recycle silicon. That's also like glass. It's also, it's made from sand, silicon. So can we go back to sand, or can we recycle it? Can we do something with it? So bottom line is it 100% green, 100% recyclable? Maybe not. But like with any technology, everything has its limitations. So this one, we can say that it is orders of magnitude better than burning wood or coal or diesel as far as the carbon emissions is concerned. Orders of magnitude better. But is it like a silver bullet solution where this is the perfect thing, nothing bad can ever come out of this? Maybe not. But it's an optimization game. With this, at least we have reduced 95% of the pollution. And yes, with the recycling, maybe we are losing 2-3%. Okay, we can live with that. The nature can absorb that. Nature can accommodate that, but not this 95%. That's the
So
case.
you mean to say the solar panels usage is close to green energy that it can generate?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And one last nasty question, you can call it as, uh, because we have been using this solar energy, and by using these panels by solar concentrator, flat plate collectors, whatnot, parabolic and all those things. Now, I'm not very sure. Will it really increase the greenhouse gas effect?
Which one?
Solar different collectors we are using. Solar, they are flat plate collectors or solar concentrators, all those things.
Why would you say it will increase the greenhouse gas?
Because we are concentrating on one point. If we can use it properly, then as per the design, So we will be able to harness the whole energy in a concentrated manner. If not, by chance. See, we are using the solar concentrators, no?
Okay, good question. So let me answer to that. The greenhouse effect is caused by the carbon emissions, the carbon dioxide, which is engulfing the earth. It's forming like a ring around the globe, like
That's due
the
to the
layer of.
multiple reflection.
No, that is first thing. That is the shield. That is what is. If this is the carbon dioxide layer, and sun rays are coming from above, and they go past this, and they cannot come back. Like in your car, you put it in sun, the inside is hotter than outside.
Yeah.
Same concept with global warming. Only thing is, instead of glass in the cars, this is caused by carbon dioxide gas or methane or other greenhouse gases, as they call it. So it is not because of concentrating the solar energy, solar light or heat, like in concentrators. That is not causing the problem. The problem is caused by carbon dioxide, which is engulfing the earth. So the point is to remove the carbon dioxide emissions. Then this concentration, whatever you're doing at the collector level, you are not adding heat. You're adding heat to the local area, and you're focusing that heat to the receiver that is collecting that heat and carrying that heat to into the turbines and all that. So that's a different technique. But no, that is not increasing the global temperature. That is not increasing the global warming. It's not causing global warming. Carbon dioxide is, methane is.
So we to say in the absence of all this carbon dioxide, methane, whatever is there, this radiation will not really affect the global warming.
In the absence of which radiation? From the collectors?
Yeah.
No. There's no radiation. It is just you're concentrating the sunlight to a point. It is not radiating anything.
No, of course, it is concentrating only because we expect 100% efficiency even in concentrating. If you're not able to do that, for example, if you are able to use this whole of the energy, so we'll have multiple, number of solar, concentrators everywhere, and even a few percentage of solar concentration goes out of the focus. So will it make? That's my nasty question.
See, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It will. Actually, we just saw a slide. Only 16% of the received energy in concentrated solar power is converted into electricity. Okay, so there's a lot of wastage. But the point you should understand here is we are not adding heat to the ambience. We are just collecting what is there already. I'm not generating heat. If I burn a wood, then I'm adding heat. I'm just collecting what is there. And if I don't collect it, it is still there. If I collect it, I'm putting it to some use. So to the total heat bucket, I'm not adding heat.
Yes, I understand. I got it.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, sir.
Sure. What do you do, Ramesh? May I know?
I'm a professor. I'm an associate professor in Presidency University in Mechanical Engineering Department.
Okay.
My area of interest is one is your solar system design. So I'm doing that. Okay,
very good. So you are a PhD?
Yeah, that's a mandatory.
In what field?
In thermal engineering only.
Thermal engineering. Okay. Great. Wonderful. I'm glad Dr. Siddha Reddy for having such wonderful people on the panel, on the session. I get to learn a lot from people. Thanks, Dr. Ramesh.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Bala Prasad Garu, please unmute yourself. Bala Prasad Garu. Still any queries from the participants? Balaprasad garu. So Balaprasad has admitted.
Okay, Bala Prasad Garu.
Again, he is muted.
It's gone somewhere. Okay.
So now you are very happy, sir. Two participants are interacting with
Exactly.
you.
So we,
At least,
we,
huh?
we can say multiple people have asked questions.
But here only one or two persons asked multiple questions.
No. More than one person is multiple, kada. So that's fine. I mean, my main point was when we discuss, ask questions, it will be a good, useful session.
Yeah, this is the
Like
first session only which has taken more than 45 minutes for question and answer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Both in the first phase and up to this, nobody discussed this much time.
Oh, really? I was
Really?
thinking this is not that good, but hey, wonderful. Good.
Only few participants are interacted. Anyhow, thanks to the participants.
Yes. Thank you all. So again, all the participants, if you have any questions, please share it with Dr. Siddha Reddy, and I will be glad to discuss that, talk that, and learn from you or share my thoughts. Okay, it will be very nice.
So thank you, sir, from the management side and principal sir side and from my side.
Yes. Please say hi to Dr. JP Garu. Is he around? Ochara Valla?
Sir.
JP Garu Ochara?
College ku vachar sir.
Ochara. Sir, adiginat cheppandi.
Cheptan sir.
Right, and Ashok Garu kuda.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Good then.
Once again, we will meet you in the next week on 25th.
25th? Okay, sorry, we'll do that.
25th afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Siddha Reddy. And thank you all the participants for being patient.
Sir, I sent an email to you, sir, to the sripani@ssv.com. You please go through that, sir.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, everyone.
Yeah, sir. You can leave, sir.
Wish you all the best with the seminar. Do a good job. You're doing good. Very well. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
So, dear participants, thank you, all of you, for joining us and for the today's session. So, tomorrow we'll have the 3 sessions. One is by Rangaraj, Deputy Director from National Institute of Wind Energy, Chennai. And the second session is virtual visit of soya milk plant. So Professor Sivareddy is going to give the lecture on soya milk plant, and he will show how the soya plant will work. It is a purely laboratory visit by means of virtual. And the third one is Hanikumar. He is a scientist F cadre in the National Institute of Ocean Technology. So he is going to deliver a talk on design and implementation of 10 to 50 meter cube per day capacity solar based multi-effect desalination plants for remote coastal villages. So these 3 sessions is the tomorrow's activity. So all of you join at 10:30. Thank you, one and all.